What's going on, you guys? This is Aaron from Departures Capital and welcome to the video. In this video, we're talking all about gold. We're going to take a closer look at it as it did dip. Again, we're going to be taking a look and seeing what all the analysts are saying, what all the banks are saying, and I'm still bullish on gold, guys, for anyone who's been wondering. We've been putting a lot of emphasis on Mindmed and that sector, but we haven't given up on gold. In fact, I'm a little bit more bullish on gold as it's down below 1800 now. So we're going to be taking a look at some awesome companies, as well as the companies, that I would be looking to add. If I was looking to add more gold right now, pretty much maxed out just in terms of all the funds. But as more cash comes in, fingers crossed, we will be taking a look at some more stocks. So let's get straight into this video. Also, I did want to say the weekly update will be up in the private group. Today, I'm going to shoot that right now, as well as a brand new video for Departure Stocks. Departure Stocks is now at 912 subscribers. Let's get this channel to 1,000 subscribers today, guys. And I will be doing a special video today on Mindmed. We're taking a look at some technical analysis. We're taking a look at, similar companies within the sector. We're also building out a portfolio of psychedelic companies to cover that sector. So it's going to be a really awesome video. We're going to switch it up and add a few things. So tune into Departure Stocks, take a look, subscribe, and check out our new video. It should be up by the time this video is dropped, or an hour or two shortly after that. But I've got some really awesome content on the way. So anyways, guys, let's get straight into it. And the last thing I wanted to say, if you do support me, the channel and all the videos, and I have seen way more views, way more comments, likes, and it's been really awesome. I appreciate that. Don't forget to explode that like button. It takes just 1 second of your time, and it helps my videos so very much, along with cashing that subscribe button and ringing the market bell for notifications. And it means the world to me. So let's get this channel, let's keep this channel growing as we support some really awesome sectors here, guys. So let's get into comment of the day. And the first comment I wanted to talk about, actually the first thing I wanted to say was drop some comments below and let me know what your thoughts are on gold. Since we're on the topic of gold in today's video, I wanted to know, if your thoughts have changed. Has your bullish case diminished? Have you given into all of the negativity that's been surrounding the gold markets and the lack of love for gold? I really think that 2021 is still going to be a great year for gold. But if you've hung in there, let me know. If you haven't, feel free to voice your opinion, whether you're a bull or a bear, and let me know your favorite gold and silver stocks. Silver is actually doing not too bad today, so we'll just blow through them. There's only a couple, so the Richardson Room, keep the Mindmed videos coming. Thanks for all you do in this space, and I definitely will. Bought at 50 cents early, waiting for the NASDAQ. Great job, love the info, love Mindmed and getting into Midas, and thanks. EnviroLeach may be a way to balance out karma for buying all these miners. I'll have to take a look at that for sure. 30K, yes, we finally made it to 30K, so thanks so much, guys. Do you think Acuity Ads Holdings has potential to cross $20? I'll have to take a look at that company. Actually, it's been a little while. Ian watched all the videos on each site this week for me. I would say darn good stuff. I enjoyed them very much. Tapper Light, thanks, Ian. Appreciate you. And then a really awesome comment came from Magic Shroom. Hello there. If you're wondering how long they have to hold $2 US closing price for the uplist, the answer is minimum 5 days. If you go to the NASDAQ Listing Center PDF, click on the frequently asked questions and it will send you to a page. There you'll find the answer. 8th question starting from the bottom of the page. We're taking a look at that, incorporating that into our new Mindmed video that we're going to be dropping. So I really appreciate that. That was an awesome comment. Lots of great information. And this is a question that so many of us are actually wondering, because I feel like that's one of the biggest reasons why people are buying Mindmed right now, is they think it's going to get onto the NASDAQ. We definitely think that there's going to be, we're anticipating a much higher share price. So fingers crossed. And we also have one really interesting technical pattern that's forming right now in Mindmed that I will be taking a look at on the new Mindmed video on the brand new channel. So tune into that video. I won't give it away, guys, but it's a very bullish pattern right now on the charts for Mindmed, but we'll be taking a look in depth in that new video. And last but not least, MNKD for diabetics, type 1 and 2. Mankind has a needle-free inhaler. 10% of the US population has diabetes. So thanks so much for bringing up all these new stocks. I love, new companies taking a look at new stocks, and I appreciate that, guys. So anyways, let's get into the market recap first. These are your market minutes. And then we'll get into gold and the 5 or 6. There's actually a bunch of gold stocks that I would love to buy right now, all the way from large cap producers all the way down to our favorite explorers, and we will be talking about those. So Dow falls in US China trade jitters, profit taking on value stocks, and we did see that. We did see a lot of profit taking today on those value stocks that ran up in this vaccine hopes, but I think the market's getting a little bit ahead of itself. The Dow's down over 1 full percent. The S&P's down 0.5%. The Dow fell Monday on souring U.S.-China tensions amid reports The Trump administration is considering blacklisting 2 major Chinese companies. So guys, we'll see what happens there. Now let's take a look at the charts for gold. We did notice another sell-off in the futures to start the week off. And I was thinking, oh great, is this going to be another down week for gold? Although we kind of do know where we're heading, or at least I have an idea of where we're heading. If you look at the charts here, the low 1700s look to be, a pretty significant level of support. And to say the economy is better than it was 3 to 6 months ago, and that gold should just continue to sell off, I mean, I'm sorry guys, I don't see it. So I remain bullish on gold, and we're going to take a look at all of the different articles I've compiled together for you guys. Lots of opinions from big institutions, just, supporting gold despite the negative sentiment in the market right now. Gold saw one of its worst months in a couple years, actually. But I think that this presents a really nice buying opportunity, and it's kind of setting up a rally for 2021. So anyways, silver is doing a little bit better today. It's up 0.25% as it is a little bit more of an industrial metal. I've got a few things. First thing, risk in gold is limited. Price is still on track towards 2,100 in 2021. So I think anything above 2,000, I'll be happy with. Bloomberg Intelligence. Bloomberg Intelligence's graph shows gold's recent drop below 1,800 an ounce as part of the overall uptrend. Gold is poised to extend its uptrend in 2021. The December outlook stated, dipping into support layers towards the end of November should provide a foundation for further price gains. Backing up into this uptrend sloping 50-week moving average toward the end of 2020 should provide the gold bull market a relative advantage in 2021. So when people reposition at the end of this year, what are they going to be looking at? Are they going to be looking at overpriced tech stocks? Probably. Are they going to be looking at electric vehicle stocks? The electric vehicle bubble, sorry to say it guys. I mean, maybe, but what trade right now looks the most undervalued in the market? I think that the gold trade looks really great for 2021. So that's just me. I'm just a diehard gold bull. Probably always will be, but usually when everybody's piled out of one trade, yet the fundamentals still remain, it presents a really good opportunity. So I'll stick with that, guys. Gold and silver future prices are trading near steady levels midday Monday, recovering from solid early losses that saw gold hit a 5.5-month low and silver notch a 9-week low. So you saw what happened there. This is only the start for gold prices as Bitcoin hits an all-time high. Currency debasement will drive prices higher. Charlie Morris. So another bullish prediction for gold. Let's see what he has to say. So the gold market was pretty hot this summer. It's not surprising to see this price slip back a bit heading into year end. He said some money has pulled out of gold. Maybe it has gone into platinum because of the green movement, and obviously some of it has gone into Bitcoin. Morris's firm Investment invests in both digital assets like Bitcoin and gold. While a lot of investors see Bitcoin and gold as competing assets, Morris said that he views them as complementing assets. He added that both markets are currently reacting to the same market factors, unprecedented stimulus measures, and a wave of inflation that is expected as a result. Bitcoin and gold are both on the right side of the inflation trade. They're both assets that will protect investors from the massive fiat currency debasement trade that is coming. So this was the one last thing I wanted to pull from this article for you guys that I thought was very important. For gold, the bond market hasn't noticed the rally in oil and copper, but when they do, you will start to see real yields drop further into negative territory. That is when gold starts to rally again. Inflation expectations have to go higher unless the central banks around the world halt everything they are doing. And that is very unlikely, and I don't think that will happen at all. And then one final interview you guys might want to watch if you're trying to, if you're questioning your bullish case on gold. Although I'm not, it's nice to continue to learn about gold and what people are saying despite the pullback. These are the dominant forces behind gold in 2021. So sustained low interest rates coupled with large levels of debt and an eventual return to inflation will be the dominant drivers of gold in 2021, said Kevin Rich, consultant to the Perth Mint. And if you don't think that there's going to be inflation or inflation's already setting in, I think that's pretty wild. Goldman City see gold above 2,000 in 2021. The bull market is not over. Despite the upturn in global economic activity following multiple vaccine breakthroughs, gold bullish cycle will continue according to analysts at Citi and Goldman Sachs. And this is not a free article, but they did give us a preview. And the title states, Citi head of commodities research, Akash Doshi, said in a note that he expected vaccine news to slow but not end gold's secular bull cycle, suggesting that it was inevitable for prices to revert back above 2,000 in 2021 as long as U.S. monetary policy did not take a hawkish turn. So not too concerned. So gold set for worst month since 2016 amid vaccine optimism. So we know what's going on there. And if you made it this far, guys, and you're on Twitter, I post a lot of stuff on Twitter, so follow our Twitter for instant updates. We always post really interesting things. A lot of the CEOs are on Twitter as well. You know, we're retweeting their stuff about your favorite companies. So check that out. So Mindmed did close up 1 cent. And like I said, we will be taking a look at the charts for Mindmed in our video on departure stocks. So if you want to look at that, I highly suggest you tune into departure stocks because it's going to be a really great video. And I've also started a new psychedelic portfolio. So if you want to figure out which stocks are in that, check out our new video. Now let's get into the companies that we're talking about. And Fosterville had a great day today, up 6.99%. And one thing I'm really happy with when it comes to the charts here for Fosterville is that if this is the start of a new rally for the stock, we didn't touch lower lows. So far so good, guys. Things are looking pretty good. I did finally get my Leviathan shares. Let me know if you guys got your Leviathan gold shares in your account. Doesn't say a price, but it shows the shares there. Still can't trade Fosterville, but I'm going to assume that hopefully soon. Fosterville is definitely on my list, and I think that if you're only looking at Fosterville, they're probably in a better position than before, because now they've spun out Leviathan Gold. They can focus on their projects. And if you were a Fosterville shareholder before the spinco, it's exciting because we got 2 companies, and there was some news on Leviathan Gold actually. When I interviewed Brian, he was talking to me about the brokered private placement when it came to Leviathan Gold, and they just further increased it. So Fosterville South is pleased to announce that due to strong demand, Leviathan Gold has agreed with Clare Securities to further increase the size of its previously announced 9.99 million private placement. Pursuant to the upsized terms, Claris has agreed to sell up to 25.98 million subscription receipts of the company at a price of 50 cents per receipt. So raising more money, more people want in on the Leviathan deal. That's pretty exciting. I look forward to watching this thing trade, see how it goes. Even though gold's pulled back, I'm really excited for this year. So of course, Fosterville remains as one stock that is on my watch list for a really awesome recovery. The charts are looking pretty good too. We saw a nice run today despite the downturn in gold, so I'm pretty excited for that. Next company we're going to be taking a look at, and actually Extra Gold had a really great day, up 2.88% on super light volume though. Their CEO, James, we've done multiple videos for them. He's in Ghana right now, but he's getting back real soon, and we will be interviewing him. I believe it is next week. So I'm really excited for that. Really excited to get some updates. James sent me a bunch of pictures. I'll have a lot of stuff to share with you guys. And he said he's got a lot of good news. So I'm excited for Extra Gold. I think, they're only $56 million market cap, sitting on almost 1 million ounces in the ground. Hopefully James has more good news for us. But this is one exploration stock, one gold exploration stage stock that has done really well despite the downturn in gold. I mean, we're not that far off of our 52-week highs. This stock has held on exceptionally well throughout this pullback in gold. So take a look at all my videos if you're interested in this company. I'm not going to go too in depth. The next company, and it has been struggling a little bit, but they've been up to a lot, has been Trillium Gold Mines. And they're now one of the largest landholders in Red Lake, Ontario, for anyone who knows the area, an extremely prolific mining jurisdiction. Now an under $40 million market cap. They also have a drill program going on, so there's a lot to like about Trillium Gold, and we will have a bunch more videos on the way for you guys. So Trillium Gold, definitely one small cap exploration stage gold mining stock on my watch list, and I just wanted to update and remind you guys, and we will have more information on the company coming up in a few more interviews and videos. The next company we're taking a look at is Tourmaline Metals, and it sits very close to its recent low. We've seen the stock downtrend quite substantially, like a lot of the stocks in the gold sector, from highs of 180 down to 89 cents. So we're down almost a full $1 per share. Tourmaline is a high-grade gold exploration company focused on South America. Brian Slazarchuk is their president. He said there's going to be more news coming for Tourmaline Metals closer to the end of this year, which is just a couple weeks away. So I do expect some exciting news for both Tourmaline and Fosterville, and we will continue to cover those stories. So Tourmaline at just a $58 million market cap. I think it's got tons of potential. The next stock, and big shout out to Daniel Pronk for bringing this to my attention, Jaguar Mining. Now this is a producer, explorer, decent sized company, just over 500 million, and they pay a really nice dividend of 4.71%. Eric Sprott owns almost 50% of the company himself. Sprott Asset Management owns another almost 20%. So he basically controls the whole company. And for Eric Sprott to own such a substantial position in this company definitely means something. So this is, a stock on my watch list. It was just recently put on my watch list. I want to do more research and see how it trades over the next little while. But I am looking to add a company of this size, not over $1 billion, producer and explorer. And I think definitely one stock to watch. Now let's get into two large cap stocks just to finish off this video. And that first company, of course, is Kirkland Lake Gold. And Kirkland Lake Gold, despite the continued weakness in gold, has in fact been running up 2.24%. So Kirkland Lake already back to 53. We were picking up some shares around $50. So I saw some pretty nice support there on the charts. Right around $50, we bounced right off that. Now we're at 53.20. And Kirkland Lake, a very low AISC, large cap gold producer, they should produce 1.3 to 1.4 million ounces, $11 billion market cap, pays a decent dividend, crazy cash flow, tons of cash in the bank. And I'm excited to see how Kirkland Lake does. And last but not least, this one company, it's the second largest gold producer, Barrick Gold. And I wanted to talk about it because the shares slid so substantially. We slid down all the way to $29 per share. Now, Barrick was as high as almost 40. And we're basically almost back down to the level right before we took off and gold took off. So I think Barrick looks way oversold right now. It's got a 1.55% dividend yield, $52.84 billion market cap. And as of recently, the stock has just fallen quite substantially, faster than other gold producers. So I'm not sure exactly why. I know that Buffett did decrease his position in Barrick Gold, although he does still hold some of his shares. He still holds over 50% of his shares in Barrick, but I believe he reduced his position by about 44% as he went all in on vaccine stocks. So if you're looking for a large cap producer with a decent dividend that looks oversold, ready to, rally for this next leg up in the gold market, fingers crossed that we get that. Obviously, we can't predict the future. I think Barrick is a really interesting one to put on your watch list. I wasn't really looking at the large cap producers before because they were, really holding their ground, but some of them have slid recently. And if you're looking for some large cap exposure, this might be a really interesting one to take a look at. Barrick is definitely on my watch list. I would love to pick it up below $30 per share. Right now, just don't have enough money to do that. But hopefully we can get some more deals going and make some more money and do some more investing. So, and that's all, thanks to you guys for supporting the channel and watching and subscribing. So anyways, that's it for the video, guys. I wanted to make an update on gold, give you guys my opinion, give some expert opinions, and then talk about the stocks that I'm interested in the gold sector. So let me know what you think. Drop those comments below. Thank you so much for watching, and always remember, Departures Capital is for information, education, and entertainment purposes only. Don't buy or sell a stock because you heard it on here. Buy or sell a stock because you've done your research, you've done your thorough due diligence, and you're making your own personal investment decisions for yourself. This video is not financial advice. We'll see you guys in our next video.